and the different operations, well, the basic operations that math has to offer. So now if you look at what I have on the screen, these are the four basic operations, but that does not mean that these are the only operation. We have a little bit more sophisticated and more advanced operations. For example, the ones that you saw this week are like parentheses. That is another operation. When you have exponents, that is another operation in math, and all of these are a little bit more advanced, but these are the four basic. This is what we expect all students to be able to do, no matter from what level. It's because from since when you guys are in primary school, infants, you start adding and subtracting, because these are the basic things that you as students have to learn. All right. Okay, so let me move in the in Google Classroom. I have uploaded two assignments for you guys to do. Well, Miss Katsim has uploaded two assignments for you guys to do. And then these assignments, the first one is for you to create a flyer. Now, what is a flyer? What am I expecting you guys to send to me? A typing sheet size, a letter size page. And on that letter size page, you guys will include the information that I'm requesting you guys here. So your typing sheet is gonna have the four basic arithmetic operations. So let me get a typing sheet. One typing sheet. You are gonna have the four basic operations. I want to see addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. I want a definition for each one. What is addition? What is subtraction? What is multiplication? What is division? I want an example of each one. So an example for addition: 2 plus 3, 5. 5 minus 2, 3. 2 times 3, 6. And 6 divided by 2, 3. Simple examples works. I don't want you guys to go 1000 divided by 55.6. I don't want a big huge problem that you yourself will have problem solving. Something easy cheesy weasy is gonna work there. If you want to do 1 times 2, that's good. It's an example of multiplication, right? I don't want something complicated. And then now what I want you guys to think about is the last part, which is gonna be something that you have to make up and you have to write. Include a slogan that talks about being an order discoverer, and that four operations, such as the one, and shows the four operations like the one that I have here. This is an example that I made. Well, I didn't really make it, I copied it from the internet, but you guys have to make something like this. Says God wants to use you to subtract doubts, to add disciplines, to multiply their joys, and to divide their sorrows. So your statement has to have the word subtract, add, multiply, divide, and something else. And you think about it. You can think about different things if you want. For example, your sentence to talk about serving others. You want to subtract difficulties, you want to add a joy, you want to multiply their happiness. This in any word that you would like for your sentence. And this sentence you can either write it at one moment. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Miss. You can please send me the email for the class?
It's in Google Classroom, Lizette. It's the same one that says Wednesday extra class.
Oh, okay then. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, sure. Okay, sorry about that. And then now your phrase is gonna go at the bottom of your page. At the top, I want the four basic arithmetic operations, and at the bottom your sentence, and in the middle addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And then that is gonna be your flyer. And you decorate it, you color it, you draw on it, whatever you want to do to make it more attractive and beautiful. All right. And I'm gonna be posting these assignments in my folder that we share with all of the teachers, so that just like the ones with that we did with patterns, creation patterns. You remember when we did that and they made a video out of it? Those of you that saw the video, um then that in that folder we put all of the projects that our students do, and then all of the teachers can see that. So that is the first homework, right? And then when you do that, you send that, and then you're over with that one. Now, the content that you guys are supposed to be learning this week is these two big terms that I have there: defined arithmetic operation and undefined arithmetic operation. And you guys are supposed to be able to, okay, you see a problem, this one is defined, this one is undefined. You are supposed to be able to know which one is which. And they are very easy to differentiate, but when it comes to solving them, both of them have some steps that you have to follow. So, defined and undefined. When you hear the word define, you think about like a definition. So, defined, they tell you what the operation is going to be. And usually, when you talk about these ones, let me see. When you talk about defined operations, basically, the question tells you this means this. This is what you're going to be doing for this problem. And that is how a defined arithmetic problem works. So let me just connect to my. Okay. Okay, guys. So as I was saying, when we talked about define, they have to give you what we call a symbol. And these symbols can be like a little triangle, it can be a little circle, it can be an asterisk, it could be a little tree, it could be a star, anything. Anything. It doesn't have to be like a math symbol. Anything can be used for a defined arithmetic operation. So the first thing that they have to tell you is what the symbol is. After they give you the symbol, they're gonna tell you what that symbol represents. So if they tell you this triangle means like this, they're gonna give you a problem that looks like that. The triangle means I doubled the first number and added to the second number. A defined arithmetic operation is that they are telling you the definition of this symbol. They are telling you what that symbol means. And every time that you see that symbol, that is what that symbol is going to mean. So it doesn't matter if I give you 7 triangle 5, 1 triangle 0, 4 triangle 9, but you're gonna be doing the same thing. I'm gonna double the first number and add it to the second number. And you're gonna repeat that process every time that you see that symbol for that question. And the circle could mean something else. The circle could mean you times the first number and the second number, then you subtract it from the second number. And these questions could go changing and changing and changing each time. And that is the beauty of having defined arithmetic operation, because these definitions that they're giving you for a symbol are unique to each question. All right. So let's see. I saw somebody say 7. Very good. I look happy. I didn't see that chat until now. I am always happy. When have I been sad, guys, or when have I been upset? Okay, let's see. The first question that I have here. The operation, and let me zoom this a little bit so you guys can. The operation, and it has that little symbol like two swords being crossed, means add 4 to the first number, then add the result to the second number. Use the define operation of the little swords to work out your problems. So you have to understand what this question is saying. It means add 4 to the first number. Let's look at this one. If I look at the first question, 3, the little sword, and 2, which one is my first number?
3, miss.
3. Very good. So then that means that 2 is my second number, right? Now, if we take a look at that question, it says add 4 to the first number. And we want to do this question in little pieces. All right. So what I'm going to be doing here, let me just type it here. I'm going to take my first number, which is 3. And I'm going to add how much to it?
4.
4. Very good. 4. You guys are paying attention. That is the first thing that I have to do. Han, how much does that give you?
7, Miss.
7.
7, Miss.
Very
7.
good. Very good. Now it says, then add the result. And what was my result?
7.
7.
To the second number. And what is the second number?
2, Miss.
So
Your
what am I
answer
going to
will be
do?
9.
I'm going to do 7 plus 2, and that gives you?
9.
9.
Your phone. I think somebody was calling. Okay. So my answer in this case is going to be 9. And this 3 plus 4 and the 7 plus 2, that is just your way of working. When we're working with problems like this, you don't necessarily have to be showing all of those little steps. Because once you guys get the gist of this, then that 3 plus 4 and that 7 plus 2, you can do it in your head. And you don't really have to be writing all of those things. All right? Everybody understood A?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Very good. So now I
Yes.
want
Finish.
you guys to try the second one with 16 and 5. We are
Finish, Miss.
Who that was quick. That was quick. You guys are like mental geniuses right now. You guys are
Yo,
adding
Miss. Finish,
quick.
finish, finish.
Okay. So, what is 16 plus 4?
20.
20.
20. Very good. And then what is 20 plus 5?
25, Miss.
25.
25.
Very good. Very good, guys. You guys are understanding this. So my answer for this one is 25. Do I need to show the steps? Did everybody understand how we got 25?
No, Miss. No, Miss.
Okay, good. Very good. Let's move on to the other one. They're like big numbers now. See 243 and 70, but we're going to do the same thing, right? Doesn't matter what numbers they give us. Once we are following the steps, we can do these problems very easy. So this question says that the operation of the asterisk means dividing the first number by 3. I know you guys love division, right? Division is the easiest thing to do. So the first number divided by 3, and then I'm gonna subtract the second number from the answer that I get. So let's do this. What?
Miss, can I do the 1 and 2 for the 3, Miss?
Sure, Ernest. When we get to that one, I'll have you explain it, okay? Okay, let's do the first one together, and then Ernest is gonna be working on the second one. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to divide the first number by 3. What is the first number in this problem?
21.
81. Very good. What is 81 divided by 3 now?
27.
27.
27. Very good. And then it says, then subtracting the second number from the result. And we have to be careful. The result goes first and then the second number, because I'm going to take away the second number from the answer. And the keyword is from. When you guys start doing problem solving, these little English words that are very tricky will have a big role in solving word problems. So what is 27 minus 15?
12. 12.
12. Very good. And my answer for this question is going to be 12. Okay. Ernest, are you ready?
Yes, Miss. Always.
Always. Okay, let's see.
First, miss, I did 243 divided by 3 and it gave me 81. To get
81.
81, I did, yes, I
Okay.
did first, like, if the 3 wasn't present, miss, and I found what was 24 divided by 3, it was 8. Now I did 80 times 3 and it gave me 240. And it's 81. 3 times 81 it's 243. And now 81 minus 70 is 11 is
Okay,
so easy.
very good. Ernest is practicing his mental math right there with the division. Very good, Ernest. The answer is 11. So, 243, I'm going to divide it by 3, and that is going to give me 81. 81 now is my answer, and I'm going to take away the second number from that answer. So, I end up with 81 minus 70. And when I do that subtraction, 81 minus 70 gives me 11. So my final answer for this question is gonna be 11. Everybody got this one? Everybody understood this one?
Yes,
Yes,
miss.
miss. Yes,
Very,
miss.
Yes, miss.
very good, guys. Let's see. I know this one. It says the operation question mark means that the square root of the first number, you take the square root of the first number and then add the result to thrice the second number. So we have to. These math words and these math terms that they're using. We have square root. Do you guys know what square root is?
Yes, miss. Easy.
You
Yes, miss.
When we're talking about square root, guys, it's this symbol, right? And then we put the number here. And this is gonna give us an answer. How about the word thrice?
3 times the number, miss.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Very good. Three times the number. Like when you guys, when it's like,
Sure, miss.
when it's double up and triple up, then you do triple up, right? Thrice is like triple up. So that is all we have to do for this question. Thrice. So we're gonna take the square root of the first number. Now my first number over here is 49. What is the square root of 49?
7.
Why is it 7 though?
7 times 7, 49.
Very good, very good. So now, what is the square root of 25? Anybody knows?
5. 5.
5.
5.
Very good, you guys. So, for this question, let's concentrate on the first question. The square root of 49 is going to give me 7. But that 7, I need to add it to 3 times what?
3 times 5 means
And how much is 3 times 5?
15.
15. Very good. So now my question here is going to show up as 7 plus 15. And what is that going to give you?
22.
22. And that is going to be your answer.
Easy, miss. That's easy.
Miss, I don't get confused a little bit.
Where
Yes,
did you
miss.
get
I'm
where did you
confused.
get where did you guys get confused? Let me repeat.
Todo la cosa, miss.
It's the word square root that got you confused, right? So, let's repeat the question. The operation question mark means take the square root of the first number and then add it to the result. No. And then add the result to trace the second number. Let me repeat it again because I got lost in the question. Take the square root of the first number and then add the result to trace the second number. So this is what it's saying. You're gonna take the 49 and you're gonna square root it. And then you're gonna take the 5 and you're gonna do that by 3. And whatever each one of these give you, you're gonna plus them. That is what the question is saying. Everybody understood that?
Yes, miss. So easy.
Yes,
Ernest,
miss.
Ernest, como si habla para todos.
No me si hablo para mí.
Okay. Okay, guys. So,
Miss, pero eso pasa para when nos va a mandar, ¿no, Miss?
the
El work.
recording, yes, I will send the recording. If you guys, if I'm going too fast, you tell me. You guys can watch the recording later and then you can write your work. But I want you guys to understand what is happening here, right? Okay.
50 times the word that you rápido, Miss.
Okay. So, as I mentioned now, let me erase this. We are have to do we have to do the square root of 49. Now, how do I find the square root? Because nobody asked me how to do that, and I don't know if you guys remember when I explained that whoosh in the beginning in September. But to find the square root, you have to find the number that when I times that number by itself, it's gonna give me 49. So I have to know my times table to do this. Right? Like for example, the square root of 4, what number times itself gives me 4?
2.
2. Very good, because 2 times 2 equals 4. If I tell you guys find the square root of 9, I need to find a number that when I times it by itself gives me 9. In that case, 3 times 3 gives me 9. So when I find the square root of 9, it's 3. In this case, they're asking me for the square root of 49. So I need to know what number when I times it by itself gives me 49. In this case, that number is 7 because 7 times 7 gives me 49. Now, the second part says that whatever that answer is, I'm gonna add it to tres veces, 3 times the second number. So what is 3 times 5?
15, miss. 15.
And what is 7 plus 15?
22. 22.
22. Very good. And then that is gonna be the answer. Yes? Crystal clear? Or
Miss, solo algo
confused?
sa calentura este gato por eso.
Very clear,
Sa
miss.
dolor de cabeza fue no pensar.
Miss, finish that question, miss, already.
It's math anxiety, Yuri. When you start. Okay. Okay. Now, let's move on to the second question. What is the square
Finish.
root of 25?
5. 5, miss.
5. Very good. What is thrice 4?
12. 12.
Why
12.
why 12?
4 plus 4 plus 4.
What? Repeat again.
4 plus 4 plus 4.
Okay. 3 times 4. Okay. And how much does that give you?
12.
12. And then 5 plus 12?
17. 17.
So what is your answer?
17.
17.
17.
Very good. Okay. Can I move on? Can I move
Yes,
on?
miss. Yes, miss.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Okay, now the other term. We did define the arithmetic operation, which is what we did right now. But now we have undefined. And what is undefined? Undefined is the opposite, where they didn't give you a definition and they don't really have to give you a definition because as I see it, I know what I have to do, right? And undefined is basically when we have to do order of operations. Because when you guys see a problem that has order of operations, or you see a plus sign, you see a minus sign, you see divide, you see multiply, you see brackets, you know what you're supposed to be doing. Nobody has to tell you like the meaning. Oh, you're gonna add first, and then you multiply. Nobody tells you that, right? So that's why this is the opposite. Define. They have to give you a symbol, and they tell you what that symbol is. And undefined is the opposite, where they don't have to tell you anything. You just look at it and then you know what you're supposed to be doing. So This is the one that you guys have been doing, but it's not the only one. There's so many ways that you can remember this. Right? I know there's Bomdas and there's Bemdas and there's Pemdas and there's gems. There's so many acronyms that you guys can use to remember this. You don't have to use this one, right? So don't think Miss Maya and Miss Katsim are using Pemdas, so I have to use Pemdas. No. Don't you can
See
use
also
any. You can use BOMDAS, you can use BEMDAS, there's GEMS. GEMS is even shorter one. But anyone, anyone that you want to use is correct. Once you are using it the correct way, right? Now, if you are using BOMDAS and you're using PEMDAS and you still use the formula wrong, then that's something else, right? But
Eso
BOMDAS.
ya es un problema.
Okay, so let's understand this. Why? The question, why did we choose PEMDAS? Because you guys are in first form and you're gonna go in second form and you guys are big high school students now, and we don't want you guys to be using the words brackets because brackets is something else. In math, the correct word is parentheses. Parentheses. That is the correct word that we would like you guys to learn and to start using. When we go to exponents, we don't want to say, it's power of 2, power of 5. No, 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 no. We want you guys to say, it has an exponent of 2. It has an exponent of 5. We want you guys to start using these math words. That's why we chose PEMDAS to be the one that we will show you guys in class. But like I said, you guys don't have to use this acronym. If you guys from primary school have been using BOMDAS, that's fine. You can go ahead and use it. We're not saying that you have to use this one. Okay? So, how do I know what I'm going to be? How am I going to be using this one? The first thing, numero uno, have to do parentheses first. When you see a brackets has to be done first. The parentheses has to be done first. If you have double or triple bracket swoosh, you're gonna take time there, but you have to do all of the brackets first. All right, have to do them first. Second one, have to do the exponent second. Powers. You have to get rid of. We want this problem to look as easy as possible. So we get rid of the brackets, then we get rid of the powers, so that when we have the new problem, it only has numbers that I am able to solve easily. Number three, multiplication and division. And these two go together. They are opposites, yes, but we do them together. And we have to understand that we do them in the order that they show up. And how do you know which way to go? Is it left to right to left? Which way? How do you read? When you start reading, if I tell you guys to read that sentence that I have there, the order of operations, you start from that side and you move to the right. That is exactly how you start reading a math problem. You're not gonna go from the colita and then going to the head. No, you start from this side, the same side where you guys start reading. That is the side where you start seeing. If multiplication comes first, I'm going to do that first. If division comes first, I'm going to do that first. And then the last one, addition and subtraction. And these are the same thing. They go together. Even though they are opposites, they are done together. So, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, and then addition, subtraction. And this is what you guys need to understand when we do art of operation. Now, here, it says circle the part of the expression that you would complete first. And let's do number one first. Let me zoom this in so that you guys can see what I'm talking about right there.
Finish, miss.
Calm down.
Yes, ya lo vi esa parte.
Okay, we're gonna go one by one.
Eso no sí está fácil, pero el otro ya me dio dolor de cabeza.
So I did the worksheet on purpose. I went like from the easy ones and then un poquito más duro and a little bit harder and then you got the big problems at the end, right? So you guys take your time and do this. So look at this question. It says -4 times 32 plus 6. What am I gonna do first in this problem?
Times, necesito.
But what are you gonna time? Solo me van a hacer circle and multiplication, Lily X?
No me sport.
What are you gonna multiply? What are you gonna be doing first? You can't just circle the little
Meses.
X.
Cállate. 4 times 32 is
Is that a 4?
No, miss, it's
negative
-4. It's a
4.
-4.
-4. Very good. So now, when you guys are doing this, you have to circle that. Because that is what whoosh right now. Something happened with my little. Okay. That is what you have to circle. The question, the part of the question that you're going to be solving. I don't want to see a little circle over the little times and over the little plus sign because what are you going to do? Just erase the little times or erase the little plus sign. You have to tell me what are you going to multiply? What are you going to be adding? Right? Next. Right here.
Bakit
Parenthesis first, miss.
the parenthesis first was that 30 negative.
Everything in the
13
parentheses.
minus 6, miss. Then you will multiply by 4.
Right there. That is what you're going to be circling the brackets. The parentheses and everything in the parentheses. Just don't just circle the first bracket and then the second bracket. Everything, right? Everything. The circle, big circle around all of that. Number 3. Oh, that question has everything in it. So what are we gonna be doing first?
Plus.
Parenthesis always, miss.
Plus. Parenthesis miss. Six plus 2
Parentheses.
miss. You circle the parenthesis.
Right there. Very good. Number 4. Look at that question. What are you doing first?
3 times -2 to the third power, miss.
Oh, all of that first? You're gonna be doing all that big chunk first?
No. No miss.
No, miss. -2 to the
Parenthesis.
third power, miss.
Okay, we have to be careful, careful, careful here. Am I only gonna be circling the
Miss,
parentheses
only
or am
negative
I
2.
going to be circling everything with the power?
Only the parenthesis, miss.
You sure?
With the power. With the power, miss.
With the power?
Yes.
Yes miss.
Okay.
Because you need to search, miss, what's your answer -2 to the third power, miss.
Now, here we have to be careful and we have to look at the questions because when we say we do parentheses first, we have to make sure that inside of the parentheses there is something that I can solve. If I only circle the parentheses, I only have -2. What am I going to be doing with that -2? So I have to circle with the power. All of this. The parenthesis is there so that you understand I'm going to be doing -2 times -2 times -2 3 times with the negative.
Miss,
Yes.
I have a question, miss.
Yes.
But if it should be -2 to the third power, miss, the power should not be inside the parenthesis.
No, because let me see if I can write it in a little corner over here so you guys can see it. If I give you guys -2 to the third power like this and -2 like this, these are different things and they will give you a different answer. Why? When it is like this one, This means that I have negative 2 times 2 times 2. Because, like this, negative 2 times 2 times 2. Because the power is only for the 2 when we look at it like that. But when we have it like this one now means negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. So both of them are going to give me different answers. All right. In this case, they're going to give me the same answer, but that doesn't work for all of the questions. So we have to be very, very good. This is like the tricky part of math. All right. Does that clarify your question, Ernest?
Yes, miss.
Okay, good. Number 5. Who wants to give number 5 a try? What are we going to be doing first?
The brackets, miss.
Parenthesis, miss.
Parentheses.
Parentheses.
Miss brackets no es lo misma cosa que paréntesis.
Yes, but like I said, we don't want to be using the word brackets.
Paréntesis.
Very good. So you guys sound like
Dice porque
sophisticated math persons
no,
saying
es
parentheses.
porque está muy difícil para decir.
It needs
No,
practice.
miss. Macizo.
So tomorrow when we are in class with Miss Katsim, you gotta miss the parentheses first. Like that, right? Okay. Number 6. What are we gonna be doing first here?
Divide.
Just the division?
Divide.
42 divided by negative 6.
42 divided by negative 6.
Very good. 42 divided by negative 6. And that is what I'm gonna be having. And there you go. Yes?
Miss, I have a
Yes.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Which was the hard part, miss?
What, we're just in section 2? You have to wait. We have like 5 sections. Okay, and everybody understood this one? Everybody understood this one?
Okay, miss. Me, yes.
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Okay, okay, good. Let's see. Now, these ones. It says, simplify each of the following and show all necessary steps. Necessary steps, right? And here we have to remember our Pemdas. So let me write that on a side. P E M D A S. And I write it like that so that you guys understand parenthesis solito, exponent solito, multiplication and division together, and addition and subtraction together. Right? So let's see. Do you see parenthesis in this question?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Negative
Yes, miss,
8.
but separating the subtracting sign by, from the negative sign, miss.
Okay,
No
we
sé,
can,
Okay.
demasiado.
we can. Let me give you guys a little cheat right here. I have minus negative 8. And I know a lot of people don't like working with negatives. So I'm gonna change this problem. I'm gonna write 6 squared plus negative 14 divided by 2 minus negative 8. But I'm gonna remove the brackets so that you guys can see what I'm gonna be doing right now. We have double signs, right? Double signs are like when you have plus minus, minus plus, plus plus, minus minus. Do you see any of those in this question? Do you see the two signs that are together, like one beside the other?
6 to the 2 power.
We have 6 squared plus,
For the second.
plus and minus right there. And we have minus minus right there. And we want to avoid these, or we want to remove them. All right? So this is what we're going to be doing. When the signs are different, and you guys can remember this because when we start doing algebra, and we're going to do algebra right after we finish this topic, algebra, this is going to come in hand. So when we do algebra, you come back and you, oh, Miss Mai showed me how to do this. Right? When the signs are different, I'm going to put a minus. You can't see what I'm writing. Okay. When the signs are different, I'm going to put a minus. And when the signs are the same, I'm going to put a plus sign. And I'm going to get rid of the double signs. And this works all the time. All the time, all the time, this works. So I'm going to write this problem again. I'm going to have now 6 squared. What am I going to write? The signs are different.
Minus.
Plus, miss.
Minus. The signs are different. See what I have there? Different. Different is minus and same is plus. So because you have different signs right here, see? Unos plus, unos minus, different signs. I'm going to write a minus. Then I'm going to write 14. I'm going to write divided by 2. Now I have same signs. What am I going to write now?
Addition.
Addition of 8.
Add, miss.
Addition of 8. And now my problem looks even easier. A little bit easier to do. Now, I don't have the brackets anymore. Do I have exponents?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Very good.
Yes,
So
miss.
if I have 6 raised to the power of 2, or with an exponent of 2, what is that going to change to?
6 times 6.
6
Okay.
times 6.
And what is 6 times 6?
6 times 6.
Miss.
36.
But there, miss,
36.
aparece
36.
62, miss. No 6 to the second power, miss.
Where, is the question 62? Right now,
No, miss, there aparece 62, not 6 to the second power, miss.
So 62 más que 6 to the second power.
How you draw it, miss?
Oh, how
It
I wrote
parece
it?
62. Yes,
And
miss.
look at confunden a la maestra.
I was gonna go back and check if I'm giving you guys a wrong problem. Okay. 6 to the second power is 6 times 6, and that gives me 36. Everybody agrees with that?
Yes,
Okay.
miss.
Yes, miss.
I'm gonna write over the question. Now I have that. What am I gonna do now?
36 minus 14, miss.
Ooh, do we do subtraction?
Division.
Yes, division, miss.
Division. Look at the
14
Pemdas. The
divided by
Pemdas
2.
right here. We did the brackets. We did the powers. Now multiplication and division. And I see a division. So I'm going to be doing a division right here. Right? So what is 14 divided by 2?
7, miss.
7. So I'm going to have
7.
36 minus 7 plus 8. Yes?
Yes, miss.
Now what do I do now?
Subtract. Add.
Subtract, miss.
Subtract, miss.
Remember, we're doing it in the order of which one comes first. Which one comes first?
Addition, miss.
Subtraction comes first. Remember that even though I write it as addition, subtraction, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna do addition first. No. Whichever one of these two, doesn't matter, subtraction or addition, whichever one comes first when I'm reading it like that, because I'm reading it 36 minus 7 plus 8, that is how I read it. Whichever one comes first, that is the one I'm going to be solving. So I'm gonna be doing the subtraction first because this one comes first. So 36 minus 7, how much does that give you?
Let's see, I gave you, I don't know,
29.
29,
29. Very good. 29. Plus 8, how much does that give you?
37, miss.
37.
37.
37. 37. You guys will write it down. I ran out of space because I'm writing too big on my screen. So you guys are gonna write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Right? Now you don't have to do all of these steps, right? Because some of them you could have jumped them, you could have skipped them, but I'm doing it so that everybody understands step by step what is happening here. Any questions?
No, miss.
No, miss.
No, miss.
Okay,
I
go.
don't see people also.
No, miss.
No, miss.
Let's do the other one. Okay, zooming it in like that so you guys can see what is happening. This is my question now. I have negative 4 multiplied to the sum of 1 and 5, and that is squared divided by 6 minus the sum of 42 and 5. Sounds really, really complicated when I read it. Now, what is the first thing that I'm going to be doing?
Brackets.
Parenthesis,
42
miss.
plus 5.
Parentheses.
42 plus 5 lang. Creo que sí.
Does it matter which brackets I'm going to do first, or can I do both of the brackets at the same time?
Both, miss. Think.
You think?
No, miss. It depends.
What do you mean it depends?
No, miss, you can follow your order, miss, from left to right.
Okay, I'm gonna do them from left to right, but I'm gonna do them in the same step, right? Okay, so I'm gonna write negative 4. What's 1 plus 5?
6, miss.
6, miss.
Squared
6, miss.
divided by 6 minus, what is 42 plus 5?
47, miss.
47.
47.
And I don't have to put the brackets, right? Because I'm removing the brackets. So this is my problem now. But I still have the brackets there. 6 to the power of 2. What is 6 to the power of 2?
36,
36.
miss.
So I'm going to have negative 4, 36 divided by 6 minus 47. Yes, everybody saw what I did there?
Yes, miss.
Now what am I going to
Yes,
do?
miss.
Hey, oh, this was Yabila's answer.
I this Yuri. What am I going to be doing now?
36 plus 6. Divided by 6.
Are we sure that is what we're going to be doing first?
We're going to divide.
The 36 divided by 6.
Marie.
4 times 36, miss.
Okay. Who is this? Who is Marie Estrella? I know it's somebody from package, but I...
Internet, something ko lang.
It's Kendrick, miss.
Is who? Okay, Kendrick. Thank you for joining us, Kendrick. I think it's the first time you joined one of my classes.
Sino si Candy ko?
Kendrick is from the group of package, so you guys might... The online, I don't think not everybody knows everybody in the package group.
Ah.
So, but Kendrick is right. Kendrick is correct. We are going to be doing the multiplication. Now, These are things that we should already know. When I see a number and it stick to a bracket, it's multiplication. So if I am reading from left and I'm reading the problem, the first thing that I see there is multiplication. So that is the first thing that I have to do. So how much is negative 4 times 36? Everybody went blank? Okay, Emerson has negative 144. Very good, Emerson. And I'm going to write the rest of the problem divided by 6 minus 47. Now, what am I going to do?
Divide.
Divide. Very good. Now, what is negative 144 divided by 6?
24, miss.
24.
24. Positive 24 or negative 24?
Negative.
Negative,
Negative.
miss.
Negative 24
Negative.
minus 47. Okay, now we have that. Negative 24 minus 47. What am I going to do? What is going to be my answer? Be
Miss,
careful, be
negative 71.
careful, be
Miss,
careful.
negative
Negative
71.
23, miss.
The answer?
Negative 23, miss.
We have to be careful, careful, careful here. It's negative
Negative 23,
24
miss.
minus 47. Negative 24 minus 47. The answer is gonna be negative 71.
Negative 7.
Very good, very good. Now, why is that the answer? If I go to, I don't know, I go to a Sari and I owe her $24. Then I come again and tell Isari, lend me another $47. I didn't pay her anything. I'm still owing, I'm still borrowing. So when I have a negative
I told you, miss,
24
negative 71.
and I minus from a negative number, I get an even bigger negative number. Right? So yes, Ernest, you were correct. Okay. Yes? Everybody understood that?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I have
Yes, miss.
we have time. Okay, I'm gonna leave two of them for you guys to do. This one and this one. And I want us to go to section 4 and I want you guys to understand what you're going to be doing here. Section 4 is you are going to be comparing the two expressions. So now what does it mean with compare? You guys have to write um, a symbol on the line there. So you are either going to write less than, more than, equal. Right? One of these symbols has to go on the line. But for
Yes, miss, but
you,
first you have to solve it.
very good. That was what I was gonna about to say. You have to be able to solve this side and solve that side for you to be able to find what the answer is gonna be. So, right, if we do this very quickly now, 3 to the power of 3, how much does that give you? 3 times 3 times 3.
What was your question,
27, miss.
Ernest?
3 times 3 times 3, 27. Very good, Kevin.
Miss Ernest?
Right? Then I have what are you gonna do? The addition or the multiplication?
Multiplication, miss.
And how much does that give you?
15.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is 27 plus 15?
42.
Okay, very good. 42. And you are gonna solve the other side as well. And then when you get the answer, you are gonna decide between these two numbers. Is it less than, is it more than, or is it equal to? Right? That is what you guys have to do. Any questions with this one?
Yes, miss.
Okay. And then your bonus, now bonus, the word bonus means if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to do it, then you don't do it. All right? And the bonus is use the numbers -4, 10, 8, 2, -3, -5, and create one expression that equals to 6. You have to use all the numbers for this question. So we
Miss, and we can use any equation, miss?
any equation. So you can use it here. All the numbers has to equal to 6 when you solve it. And you can use brackets, you can use negative and positive numbers, and you can use powers. So you have to be creative and you have to think outside of the box if you want to solve this question, right? But that is what you have to do for the bonus. And I'm gonna stop sharing. And that will be it for today's class. We took almost the exact hour, guys. Any questions? Anything that you guys still have pondering? You're wondering?
No, Miss, los only
No,
dicen
miss.
quién son las personas.
Okay, guys. So you are free to leave. Enjoy the rest of the day. Take care and finish your assignments, okay?
Okay, Miss. Thanks. Bye, Miss.
Bye.
Okay, Miss. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Eso era todo, miss.
¿Cuándo va a comenzar clase?
When I will start teaching class.
No,
Bye, Ryan. Until end of January.
falta un montón.
Until end of January, Yuri. When we start cycle 3, that is when I will start. Goodbye. Bye.
Miss, and when will be the reopening of Corner School, miss?
Woo. Maybe in cycle 3. We're still not sure yet. It all depends.
Como para la época prehistórica segunda.
Ya teníamos, ¿cómo se llama? Elective.
I got a message when it comes to elective.
Miss, porque no tenía
Okay. We I think that it's tomorrow they're going to be sending another survey because cycle 1 is finished, so that elective is finished. If you want to join your same elective, you can go ahead and do that. If you want to join a new one, then you can sign up for a new one.
Miss, and what's your elective, miss?
My elective is graphic designing.
Miss, yo entro en ese, pues.
Like you guys saw
Yeah, igual.
the awards that I gave you guys,
Yes, Miss.
and then that's what I teach my students to do.
Miss, porque casi no les enseñan nada en Arts and Crafts. Solo hay un día que los enseñan, para el week, otro week los enseñan.